footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, breaking down the Browns versus the Bengals. Let's start with the home team this time. Cleveland in this matchup. I like what I saw out of Chris Ogbonnaya. This guy is consistently getting better as they continue to give him more carries, and that's why the passing game is starting to open up. Colt McCoy is starting to take more shots down the field. What I need for the Browns to do this week is take more advantage with those tight ends, Evan Moore and Ben Watson. What that does is neutralizes the pressure of the Cincinnati Bengals and also puts a lot of pressure on those safeties of the Bengals to cover. So a little bit more of ace formations. I want to see two tight ends on the field on each side. That way you're even to both sides, and it gives the Bengals defense that half a second of hesitation before they can fly up the field, and it also keeps the safeties back over top and gives you more one-on-one opportunities on the outside. So I want to see more ace formation this week from the Browns. Now you look at what the Browns can do defensively. It's all about those outside linebackers against this ground game. Normally we'll take another approach to see what the Browns have to stop, but it's this week against the Bengals, they run more off tackle than anybody in the league. So those linebackers, those same peekaboo linebackers, have to step up and make plays. One guy that has been making plays all year long has been DeQuell Jackson. So if they try to run downhill, the Browns can really stuff the Bengals run, but the Bengals run more off tackle, and a lot of their pass plays are off the edge as well, too. They throw more on the flanks as opposed to down the middle. So I look for the Browns outside linebackers to have to play a huge role this week against the Bengals. Now you look at the Bengals in this ballgame. I know I said the Bengals like 17 times, but you look at the Bengals in this matchup and what they can do offensively. We just talked about it, running off tackle, but let's go even further. I look at the fact that they don't really threaten guys on the edge, on the perimeter. You want to see how well these Browns corners can tackle, let alone just handing these guys off on these stretch plays. I want to see more toss sweep plays, a lot of weak toss plays where you're going to get that play side guard to pull out and that tackle to crash down and bring the fullback as well on a short motion. That way you give Cedric Benson an option. One thing I like about Benson, he does a great job of seeing a hole, planting his foot, and getting downhill. So more weak side toss plays may have an advantage against those outside linebackers of the Cleveland Browns, and the Bengals should still be able to run the football effectively. Now defensively, it's going to have to be interior pressure. What's going to happen is the Browns are well protected on the edge with Joe Thomas protecting the blind side of Colt McCoy, but I want to see those guys on the interior, those nasty guys, Pecco and company, getting in the grill of Colt McCoy down that A and B gap, and they're going to be able to keep their hands up at the line of scrimmage. Colt McCoy does a lot of passes that are flatline, so the Bengals will be able to bat a lot of passes. One thing that they can't do this week is have those mental lapses. Last week you saw the Bengals getting caught looking in the backfield. If you do that against Colt McCoy and those Browns wide receivers, they're not as deadly as the Ravens receivers, but they are talented and they are physical and they do have deceptive speed to get downfield. Now you look at the X factors in this ball game. X factors for the Browns will have to be Chris Ogbonnaya. Solid game last week, has to come in and do the same thing this week against the Bengals. X factor for Cincinnati, it has to be the safety position. I think the Cleveland Browns will come in and try to do a little bit more passes to the tight end. So the safety play, which has been solid, has to continue to grow as they've been doing so far this season. Big matchup right here in the state of Ohio, rivalry game right here. I'm going with the Bengals. I like the Bengals defense to overtake the Browns offensive line. I think that Bengals D-line will cause a lot of havoc for young Colt McCoy. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.